Hello Mouses! Well, I'm on my way back now from New Funky Tron, which I intend to set up as a very nice holiday resort for anyone who doesn't mind a space cruise as part of their vacation trip. While trying to catch up on everything I've missed on Earth over the last month or so, I came across some very disturbing news. The DFS sale is ending in 5 days. Now, as we all know, the end of a sale at a sofa company is one of the first harbingers of an apocalypse. But at least we're getting some warning, which is more than I was expecting, because it gives me some time to research how to prepare to survive an apocalypse. So I've googled what to do to prepare for the end of the world, and the internet hive mind has given me a very nice 5-step plan for how to survive the end of the world. So here goes. Step 1. Gather up as many provisions as you possibly can. The average person requires 1 gallon of water per day, so you're going to need a lot of water. And also, you're going to need lots of tins of fruit and vegetables. Tin fruit and vegetables are better than standard because otherwise it will go off. And you're going to need all of these fruits and vegetables because you need to get your 5 a day. Because let's face it, just because the end of the world is coming doesn't mean you can let your health slip. In fact, it's better if you don't let your health slip at all. So, you're going to need an awful lot of provisions, so get packing now. Tins are best, and then dried fruits of any kind, powdered milk, that kind of thing. Get stacking, you're going to need a lot of it. And also, if you remember, to gather up all of the tins and stack them round the outside of whatever shack you're living in the apocalypse, it will provide a little bit of extra noise insulation, and also it'll insulate your house from heat. So that's good. And just remember, get as much food and water as you can because the apocalypse is not going to be a 2-week camping trip. Step 2. Get yourself some warm clothes, a change of warm clothes as well, at least 2 or 3 in fact if you can. Good bedding, decent bedding, comfortable stuff that's warm, and a big sturdy rucksack to put it all in, because let's face it, regardless how much you prepare and how much food you've got, you will at some point find that you haven't got enough food and water, or you're getting attacked by people who don't have enough food and water, so you're going to need to pick up all your stuff and get going. So get a decent sturdy rucksack in order to have something to carry all of your bedding in and all of your clothes, because you're going to need them regardless what happens. Just remember, you can always pack as much as you can and then wear 2 sets of clothes, because that way you won't freeze to death as well, so it's a bonus. Step 3. Put all of your food, clothes, bedding and anything else that you really need into a highly secure location. Then, once you've got everything sorted there, reinforce the doors, reinforce the windows, check them all to make sure that everything is secure, because remember, an Englishman's home is his castle, and now the apocalypse is here, it's time to test that theory. Your home should be a fortress. Don't let anything else come in, apart from air. Remember to leave a few little gaps for air, because even though it's the end of the world, you're still going to need to breathe. Step 3 again. Check all of the doors and windows. Check, double check, triple check, and then check again, because remember there's no prizes for coming second in survival of the apocalypse. Step 4. Stock up on medical supplies, first aid equipment such as bandages, ointment, single malt whiskey, anything like that. Because you're not going to be able to run down to the local supermarket to get some elastoplasts or whatever you need. You need to have that stuff there with you in your fortress. You will probably make a mistake, slip and fall at some point, because let's face it, it's going to be a scary time. It's the end of the world, and we're all going to need a stiff drink. And of course, last but not least, step 5. Exercise. Get yourself into good shape. The people who are likely to survive the apocalypse are not going to be the big fat party guys. Their time has unfortunately come and gone. It's time for the scruffy gothlings, as all of our movies seem to show, or anyone who's scruffy in fact, but they're always lean. You're going to have to be able to run and climb and jump and keep going, regardless of what's happening, because the things behind you could be chasing you to reach you. You don't know that. So you've got to be in good shape. Start off small, because you don't want to pull a muscle this close to the apocalypse, and work up from there. So start with a little bit of running, maybe a bit of jogging, some swimming perhaps, and then build up from there. Become a powerhouse of power and fitness. And that way you've got a chance of surviving the apocalypse, or at least beating up people to get them in the way so that whatever's chasing you will eat them first. It's always something to think about. You might not want to do it, but let's face it, if it's you or them, who would you prefer to survive? Okay, that's it. A nice little 5-step plan for surviving the apocalypse. I hope, of course, that this DFS sale isn't going to end up being the harbinger of the apocalypse, and there will be another sale to keep the world going. But just in case there isn't, start planning now. And until next time, I've been Kirk-Robinson, you've been watching the video, and I'll see you tomorrow.